By assembling a highly talented leadership team, a strong independent board, and undertaking a ground-up reimagining of electric vehicles, Lucid has built an incredible EV with superior race-proven technology. We are excited to complete the combination, and our significant investment in Lucid as it disrupts the EV market continues to create excellent jobs for thousands across the USA and advances sustainable mobility for the benefit of the planet. I am sure Lucid will continue to be a committed steward of the environment and a steadfast supporter of the communities where it operates while delivering attractive returns and providing strong governance for its shareholders. Churchill Capital is pleased to partner with Lucid, introducing the company to the public markets, delivering the unprecedented capital to finance the launch of its extraordinary line of vehicles, and engaging to grow the company into a leading automotive and energy company. Those were the words of Michael Klein, the sponsor of Churchill Capital Corp IV, the SPAC taking Lucid Motors public to become Lucid Group. Today, I want to say congratulations to all of us who have been holding on to CCIV, the SPAC that will be taking Lucid Motors public on Monday, July 26, 2021, to become Lucid Group. That's right, Lucid Group, because they're going beyond just EVs, just cars. They want to do a lot more, including licensing their battery technology and energy storage and so much more. So Lucid Group is the name, and we are going public on Monday. This is great news because not every SPAC makes it to the public market. Not every SPAC is successful, and we almost had a little bit of a setback this last week when we were trying to get this vote through. There was a delay in the vote. We had to extend it another day because some people didn't vote for the merger at all, or some people didn't vote for the entire merger and all of its proposals. So all of that was worked out despite people like Jim Cramer on CNBC saying that us retail investors don't know how to vote and don't really care to because we're just some, I don't know, whatever he wants to call us, right? So despite all of that, we made it, we got through, we completed the merger, and now I want to let you know what happens to your CCIV shares come Monday, July 26th. As with all the SPACs we've covered on this channel that have gone through, completed the merger with FMCI to Tattoo Chef and Open Door, right? IPOB, and of course IPOE, SoFi. As with all those SPACs, your shares of CCIV, the SPAC, will become LCID shares, common shares of Lucid Group on Monday. And if you're holding SPAC warrants of CCIV, which are CCIVW, your shares of CCIVW will become LCIDW for Lucid Group warrants, right? On Monday, July 26th. So you don't have to do anything. Your broker will handle all of that. That's why you work with them. That's why you pay them for their services, right? Even if it says it's free, there is a price. And that's the service they provide. They handle all of the background work to make sure that your securities are where they should be and they're completely yours, right? They are in your holding. So your shares of CCIV and CCIVW will become LCID and LCIDW on Monday without any action required from you. The merger vote has been approved. We are going public. We're getting lots of funds from this merger, and we're going to talk about it in a second. And you will now be a shareholder of Lucid Group LCID. Congratulations once again, because as I said before, not all SPACs make it to the public market, and this is a big deal. Everyone wants to say, oh, it's just a ticker change. No, it's not. There's a lot more to this, right? This is not just a ticker change. We're going public. We're becoming a publicly traded company. We were once a private company, and that was the first stage of our lifespan. And now we're going on to become a public company, which means that we get more access to funds in the public markets from people like you and myself, and from institutional investors who don't touch startups, who don't touch private companies. So now that we're going public and we're going to be listed on the stock market as LCID, institutions, large institutions out there and hedge funds will be able to actually buy into this company and invest for the long term, or if they want to go for short term, And on the flip side, they'll be able to short it, right? They can go ahead and short it. They could before, but now that it's actually public, they can finally open a position per their policies, right? I don't know exactly how they work, but that's how this tends to go. They won't touch these SPACs until they de-SPAC and become actual companies on the public market. So you can expect to see the ownership of Lucid Group change, right? There'll be more investors who are not just the previously private holders of the company, but also institutional investors coming in along with us retail investors who will continue to be owners of this company through this SPAC merger, if you choose to continue to hold this for the long term. So as I said, there's a lot more to this than just the ticker changing from CCIV to LCID. As a result of this merger going through, on Monday, once Lucid Motors is public, the company will have access to all the funds that was promised to them, that was part of this deal, this SPAC deal, which is $4.4 billion. That's a lot of money. It's, as Michael Klein said, is an unprecedented amount of money for SPAC deals. It's definitely way up there in the rankings of most money raised in an initial public offering, regardless of whether it's a traditional IPO, a direct listing, or a SPAC. $4.4 billion is a lot of money, and that's important because this company is going to need a lot of money to actually produce the cars that it says it's going to produce this year and going forward, and they're burning lots of money fast. That's how these companies work. That's how car production companies work, manufacturers work, because there's a lot of parts, there's a lot of partners, and lots of hands to go through to get a car from start to finish. Lots of money is needed. There's lots of cash burn, and this is nothing unique to Lucid Motors. You're going to see on their investor presentation, and they're going to say this, they're burning lots of cash fast. The money we're getting on Monday won't last too much past 2022. It might get us through a few months of 2023, but we can expect to have to raise more money. Or, of course, produce cars that sell and bring in profits. But of course, this company won't be profit for quite some time, a few years at least. So they're going to have to use this money efficiently. And if they do run out of money, and of course, if they're getting close to running out of money, like Tesla was in 2019, when its stock was crashing and I had a chance to buy in, if that happens to Lucid Motors, they're going to have to raise more money. And that's the beauty of being a publicly traded company, because then you have access to a group of people on the public market, retail investors, institutional investors, who want more shares of your company, who would happily invest in your company if you need more money and if you're actually moving towards your goals and showing progress. So if you come out to them and say, hey, we are doing well, but we're running out of cash, we need more cash to get to this next milestone and get these cars produced and manufactured, the next, maybe the SUVs, the Gravity, Lucid Gravities. If they come to us and say that, most likely we'll be happy to say, okay, great, we'll buy your shares, we'll buy more shares. And other people might see Lucid's progress who haven't had a chance to invest or couldn't invest in the past, will see it and say, oh, they delivered Lucid Airs, they delivered their sedans like they said it would, 577 in 2021 and some thousands in 2022, and now they need more money to get the Gravities on the road and into the hands of customers. Great. I will invest, I will buy some shares at whatever the secondary offering price is and help them continue towards that goal. That's the beauty of being a publicly traded company. Again, the stock market is a means of fundraising. That's how it works. There, of course, there's going to be dilution along the way. As they raise more money, there's going to be dilution. But if you continue to buy in steadily over the long term, you will most likely maintain a lot of your position, a lot of your share of the company. And it helps the company grow. So it shouldn't be seen as an absolutely bad thing.
Well, we achieved a landmark red letter day last Friday. We started building our quality validation run, production run of cars. We've completed our pre-production run very successfully. And last Friday, June the 18th, the last working day of spring, we commenced our quality validation build at our state-of-the-art factory in Arizona. And there's a big difference here, Andrew. The quality validation build cars are the cars which ultimately we will sell directly to customers once we've got the quality right. and that build is currently underway. This is a big step forward in our mission to industrialize Lucid Air.
You've said that you plan to deliver 577 vehicles this year. You have 10,000 plus reservations. Are you on schedule?
Absolutely. We're bang on schedule. And as soon as the quality is right, we're on schedule to release those cars, what I believe will be the best car in the world, to proud new owners in the second half of this year. We're absolutely on track for that.
So that's what we can expect from Lucid Motors going forward. This year, we expect the company to deliver 577 vehicles, Lucid Airs, this year. The CEO has said multiple times that they have over 10,000 reservations for this Lucid Air. So if they build it, they should be able to sell because they've gotten all the reservations. And of course, in order for potential customers to reserve the vehicle, they have to put down a good sum of money. So that shows us that these reservations are actually meaningful. So once this company gets this $4.4 billion from this SPAC merger, they can continue to drive forward into producing these cars. They're in the quality production process now. So once they find vehicles, once they produce the vehicles that meets all of the requirements, they can actually start selling those. Those will be production vehicles once they show that they work as expected. We're getting there. It's been a long road since January, and there was all the rumors, and the stock went up 6x over 6 weeks, and there was a whole bunch of FOMO. We got up to $55, $60 per share, and then we came back down to around 25. And today, at the end of the life of the SPAC, it's sitting at $24.31 per share. And I have 2,000 shares of this company, so I'm looking forward to holding on to it for the long term and benefiting from the appreciation of the value of this asset as they produce cars, get customers, and continue to move towards their goals. Of course, I believe it's 4 years in the future, maybe 5 years, they will be a profitable, at least adjusted EBITDA, profitable company. And that will help them continue to innovate, get into new verticals such as battery technology licensing and battery storage, just like Tesla is doing with their Powerwalls, and whatever else the team believes will help them reach their goals of being a dominant player in the EV market, and of course beyond that. So I'm looking forward to Lucid Motors' future, and whether or not the price of the stock goes down on Monday doesn't matter over the long term. Those questions about is it going to be a sell-off? It's all right if it sells off because that gives long-term investors the chance to buy in dollar cost average down as the stock price goes down in the short term so that you can acquire more ownership of the company while it's still working towards getting to production, which is good because you get it cheap. And then once they actually meet their milestones, reach their goals, then you can benefit from that appreciation because at that point, people will see that this company can actually produce what they said they would. So at that point, the stock price would go up, at least if the market makes any sense, and that would mean that the value of your position would go up. So if it goes down, hey, be happy. It's a chance to buy in at a lower price while the company is still working towards its goals. And that only benefits long-term investors. Remember, long-term investments take a while to work out. They're not going to be overnight success, right? And every overnight success took 10 years to get there. So be patient and we'll get there. So to summarize what all of this means, on Monday, July 26, 2021, your shares of CCIV will become LCID and your warrants of CCIVW will become LCIDW. And Lucid Group, now a publicly traded company on the Nasdaq, will have access to $4.4 billion in funding from this SPAC deal to continue to work towards its production goals of 577 vehicles, Lucid Airs, this year, 2021, delivered to customers and working towards their goals for 2022. This is a huge deal for the company and for its shareholders. I hope you're happy and I am hopeful for the future of this company. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see me talk more about Lucid Group going forward, then do me a big favor and like the video below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and comment your thoughts below. And as always, these videos are brought to you by our patrons at patreon.bullacademy.org, who support the channel financially and help us keep going and help me brainstorm new video ideas to show all of you. So if you would like to become a patron, join us over at patreon.bullacademy.org and you'll get access to our Discord channel where we discuss the stock market in real time every day and share news, rumors, and new investment ideas so that we can all do our own research and then come back together and collaborate. And you will have a chance at winning $200 every month just for being a loyal and engaged patron. So if you're interested in all of that, I hope to see you over at patreon.bullacademy.org. I'm Lincoln with bullacademy.org. Thank you again and have a great day.